I'm Remica Bingham Risher. I'm a poet and an educator. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. And what drives me is just questions. Questions always drive me to look for answers. This space is something special. It's a space for folks who are looking for community. It's a space for folks that are thinking about different ways that poetry communities exist together. And people who are really deeply interested in craft and getting better at what they love. I didn't have a space like this when I was a young poet. Cave Canem was the closest thing for me, and I was really grateful, but there was nothing that taught me to think about who I was as a Southern poet, and to be deeply invested in that Southernness and how it helps us create who we are. So I'm super excited to see it flourishing in the world. It's important because every poet needs to know that they have their own spaces, and that all these individual voices are what makes us interesting and what makes our histories multitude, myriad, all those things. What makes it unique for me is that this is a place where writers of color can come and think about not only their regional space, but who they are, how that informs their craft, and to think about the historical Southern poets that help inform their craft. My favorite part of the retreat is really just the conversations that happen in between all of the work that we're doing. The students who come and tell you how much your work has made them reevaluate their own. The faculty laughing and cutting up as we play spades or play a different world card game. So all the informal community that happens. That's my favorite part. Oh my goodness, there are so many, but I think for me the most memorable moment this time around was in the opening circle, students talking about the fact that they came here to find stillness. And you never think about how much the onslaught of things just being thrown at us every day comes into play in our lives, and that we need to come to a place of community to find some stillness inside ourselves. That was sobering for me, because they try to separate us so much. There are all these different schools of poetry. I'm a page poet, I'm a stage poet, I'm a literary poet, I'm a spoken word poet. But really, all of us are thinking about the oral and oral tradition, how we can make our words stand up better, how we can be heard by others in a way that helps them understand our humanness. And I think this space helps us do that in more than one way. Remica Bingham Risher. You can find me on Instagram at rbing002, or you can find me on Facebook, Remica Bingham Risher.